In the headlines, Rocky Mount police are still seeking a person of interest in a recent murder that took the life of a local teen. 2 men on Twin County's top 10 most wanted list are behind bars today, and a 30-year-old area woman is being sought for domestic violence and common law robbery. That's in today's crime report. Also, when it comes to your money, we're letting you know the highs and lows at the pump. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello, you're watching WHIG-TV NewsBreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. Police are still seeking a person of interest in a recent murder that took the life of a local teen. Rocky Mount police say 21-year-old James Rainey Jr. may have been involved in the killing of 18-year-old Shaquem Avent, who was found shot inside his car after crashing it into a brick wall at the corner of Sunset Avenue and Lee Street. On April 15th, another suspect in his murder, 20-year-old Antonio Richardson, turned himself in but refused to make a statement on this case. Richardson was served with an outstanding warrant for possession of marijuana unrelated to this case, but made bond a day after his arrest. If you know the whereabouts of Rainey or have additional information into this case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111. 2 men on Twin County's top 10 most wanted list are behind bars today. Friday, Rocky Mount police arrested 22-year-old Travis Ricks after a short vehicle pursuit. Ricks was a passenger of that car. He was served with warrants for first-degree burglary, felony breaking and entering, and possession of a stolen firearm. In addition, Ricks was issued over a $400,000 secured bond. And on Thursday, police say they arrested 24-year-old Randy Navaro Williams without incident while on the 1200 block of Cunningham Drive. Williams was wanted on charges for robbery with a dangerous weapon, assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury, attempted common law robbery, driving while license revoked, and 2 counts of possession of stolen property. He was issued a $38,000 secured bond and was transported to the Nash County Jail. A 30-year-old area woman is being sought for charges of domestic violence and common law robbery. Monday, near a home at 821 Benvenue Road, police say Jennifer Lee Wall was approached by her 30-year-old boyfriend in the parking lot, and that's when she allegedly began assaulting him. Wall is accused of removing his jewelry and clothing. Warrants were obtained, but she had yet to be arrested at the time of this report. In other news, when it comes to your money, we're letting you know the highs and lows at the pump. The latest prices at the pump, according to NorthCarolinaGasPrices.com, shows BP at 3601 Sunset Avenue and South Winstead Avenue, and the BP at 3537 Sunset Avenue and South Winstead Avenue in Rocky Mount at $3.67 for regular gasoline. One of the highest prices is at Sheetz at 1690 Benvenue Road and Country Club Road in Rocky Mount at $3.83 for regular gasoline. These prices are the highest and lowest surveyed throughout Tarboro, Wilson, Nashville, and Rocky Mount. And citizens are becoming more police savvy with at least 3 programs going on at the Rocky Mount Police Department. This morning, the Rocky Mount PD's Citizens Police Academy begins its 3rd session for the spring. Yesterday, we spoke to Interim Community Services Supervisor Yvette Jones, who shared with us about what area people are learning.
It's a program that we initiated back in 1998 as a means to reach out to residents and business owners and people that frequent Rocky Mount so they can learn more about law enforcement and our policies and, you know, kind of how the police department operates.
All right, and how often do you usually have these classes?
The Citizens Police Academy is held twice a year. We do it in the spring and the fall. Our spring session normally starts the first Tuesday in April and it runs for 8 weeks. And our fall session starts somewhere around October and it runs for 8 weeks as well.
All right, and what do citizens learn?
Some of the topics that we cover during the Citizens Academy include ethics and leadership, community policing, things like community watch are covered. We have our crime scene investigators come in and do a crime scene investigation class, talk about fingerprinting and DNA. We have a class where we have our school resource officers come in and talk about what they're doing in the schools as far as law enforcement and education and guidance and just law-related guidance with the students, as well as we have everything from a drug presentation, K9 coming in and doing a demonstration, and then we also go out to the firing range and they have a chance to shoot.
All right. Now, for people who aren't able to make it into the spring, how do they get information about the next session?
Well, they will need to call me. My name is Yvette Jones. My number is 972-1436, or they can email me at yvette.jones@rockymountnc.gov.
When we return on Newsbreak, we'll also learn about 2 other programs teens are getting involved in, and one special student becomes the first Explorer of the Year. This and more right after these words.
It's back for a limited time. Every Buick in GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Vachavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. Local teens are getting involved in police work and preparing for their future. Rocky Mount PD's senior police officer and Rocky Mount Senior High School's resource officer, Michael Blackmare, shares with us 2 programs where students are learning how to serve their community, some even being awarded for their dedication.
Junior Academy, we hold that twice a year, once in June, once in July. They're both going to run 1 week long, so a 40-hour work week. They're going to learn all different types of things. Pretty much we trained them almost like they're going to be police officers, but not quite, because we only have 40 hours to work with them. We're going to train them on different things from crime scene investigations, if we can fit into firearms, teach them firearms safety, domestic violence response. We're going to show them different ways we stop vehicles, whether a traditional vehicle stop versus a felony vehicle stop. And pretty much we try to get everything we teach our police cadets and put it down to 40 hours and just give them a little taste of what it's going to be to actually be a real police officer.
Is this for teenagers?
It is. The age is going to be from 13 to 18 years old. As long as they register in time, we can have seats up to about 20 folks. And registration is very similar to the Citizens Police Academy, where you'll contact Yvette Jones at 972-1436. We do advertise with the local newspapers, and we do advertise by putting postings up, word of mouth through the school resource officers. We get out there to the different high schools, We do let the radio stations know, and we try to let everybody know that what's going on, and we pretty much, get that filled that way.
Okay, and you all also have a special event going on tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, tonight's event is we're honoring one of our police explorers. We talked about junior police. Police explorers is something different. Police explorers is kind of like a part-time job for these young folks. Different age group, 14 to 20 years old, more restrictions and more requirements. Need to have at least a C average in school, have good grades, be good, be a good student, good moral character, good ethics. They can't go out there and just do what they want to do. We do monitor who they are because they're representing us. They're wearing a uniform that represents Rocky Mount. Tonight we're honoring one of them that has done so much. This one explorer, his name is Milton Thorpe. Everybody knows him as DJ. Terrific kid. Terrific kid. DJ's being recognized for just doing an outstanding job. He always volunteers. He's at every meeting, does a lot of ride-alongs. He has participated in things like the back-to-school jump-off, the Pizza Inn rodeo. We've done things like the Explorers Competition, which is a 2-day competition we do annually. He was there for every single one of those. So that's what we're honoring tonight. We're going to honor him with a certificate and a gift from the Explorers Post.
All right, and how long has the Explorers been around?
It's been around for a little over 30 years now. So it's been going on for some time. We have officers that are currently working in the department now. Just name a few. One of them being Corporal Wilders, one of our detectives. He used to be an explorer. And one of our captains, Captain McCoy, used to be an explorer. Just to name a couple.
Okay, and what's the importance of these programs, especially for our youth?
Well, it reaches out because it does two things. Number one, they may be interested in being police officers. So it kind of puts them down the road that, this is what I really want to do when I grow up. So it kind of starts, molding them for that. The other way, if they're not interested in police, I've known a lot of them use it towards their college education. They put it on there that they did something extracurricular and shows that they're more involved than just your average student looking for a scholarship.
We thank Rocky Mount PD for sharing about these programs, and we also congratulate Milton Thorpe for his award. And the newest face in law was sworn in Tarboro this week. Monday, Steve Stevenson was sworn in as a licensed state attorney. He was introduced by good friend and longtime attorney Jack Hopkins. Here's some of our coverage.
It's my pleasure to present the court for admission of Ralph Erskine Stevenson III, commonly known as Steve, a longtime friend of mine, a recent graduate of the bar who went through law school at Charlotte and graduated with great distinction, having completed law school by the sweat of his brow.
Examiners say you are qualified to practice in the state. You not only contain the requisite legal knowledge, but the ethics to be a lawyer. I want to say to you that the practice of law is a profession. That's what it was deemed to be, a profession like medicine. And my father, who was a lawyer, long-time lawyer, and I practiced with Mr. Hopkins too, and he always told me, he said, son, says, it was never meant for the professionals to be millionaires off their professions. You can live comfortably, but you're not supposed to get rich being in the professions. Of course, you've been dead 20 years and you wouldn't understand that theory now. But I always remember that, and it's not a business, although it has certain business aspects to it, but it's a profession, and if you serve people, you'll get a great deal of pleasure out of doing that. Thank you very much, and I congratulate you, Tom. Let me shake your hand. And your admission to the bar of the great state of North Carolina. Yes, sir. It is a pleasure, Jack.
He was joined by his family. We congratulate Attorney Stevenson on his recent achievement. After the break, it's the latest in sports and weather. Stay with us.
it's back. For a limited time, every Buick and GMC is now being offered at GM employee price to the general public. Plus, you can now get 0% financing for up to 72 months too. Where? Only at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount. But that's not all. At Davenport, you'll also get something that GM employees don't even get. A lifetime warranty. GM employee price, 0% financing, and a lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time, and it's only available at Davenport Buick GMC in Rocky Mount.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV NewsBreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Thanks for staying with us. It's now time to look at our forecast with WHIG TV meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
Hello everyone, time to take a look at our Rocky Mount weather, and we have a change on the way. We've seen 2 or 3 very nice days, and today we've got some pretty good cloud cover out there, and that is going to stay with us through today into tonight, and then break up a little bit on Wednesday, and then we'll have a cold front come through on Thursday. That will clear everything out. So right now the weekend is looking pretty good, a little cooler than what we saw on Sunday. Sunday we had a reading of 90 degrees at our weather station, and coming up on Saturday we'll be in the mid-70s. So a little bit cooler, but a sunny sky nonetheless. Let's take a look at our forecast map and see what we can expect for today. The area of severe weather really stands out, the severe weather possibility, and this stretches all the way from New England all the way down to eastern Texas, and a rather wide area of possibility there, extending from the Piedmont of North Carolina all the way into southeastern Missouri and then on up to the lakes. You'll see, notice a warm front here and then the cold front here. Well, right in here you're going to have instability, and what that means, the air is buoyant, and what that means is the air is rising, and as it rises it becomes more and more unstable, and then you have the lift mechanism for thunderstorm activity. So this area right in here is in line for some severe weather today, and I would think probably the focal point of that would be right down in here, Tennessee and particularly Arkansas, right in this area right in here. And as we say that, there's a flash flood possibility from central Indiana all the way down into Tennessee and across Arkansas and into a very small portion of eastern Oklahoma. Rain will be widespread all through this area, all the way up into Canada, where it turns into some freezing rain right in this area of Quebec province, right in here. And then low pressure moving along this front will slow it down anytime you have low pressure waves along a frontal boundary, it slows the forward progress of the front down. Snow still being found out here. Here we are almost in May, and we have snow out in Wyoming and then down in as far south as northern New Mexico. Pretty widespread area stretching from British Columbia all the way down into northern New Mexico. High pressure over Nevada. This will give this area in here a precipitation-free day for the most part, but we do see rain moving into the west coast, the northwestern Pacific coast right in here. Well, let's take a look at our forecast and see what we can expect for the next few days. For today, slight chance of showers, and then a better chance as the afternoon progresses. Thunderstorms developing with a high of 83 and a south wind at 11. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 66, south wind at 10. For Wednesday, partly cloudy, slight chance of thunderstorms along with some showers and a high of 85, south wind at 10. For Wednesday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 68, south wind at 15. For Thursday, showers and thunderstorms with a high of 80, south wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25. Thursday night clear, 51 degrees for the low. For Friday, sunny with a high of 73, and Friday night clear with a low of 46. And as we go into the weekend, clear skies and a high of 76 on Saturday. Our high yesterday was 84, our low this morning was 64. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount weather right up to now.
Thanks, Fred. And here with me now to give us a rundown in sports is Edward Green. Tell us what's the latest, Edward.
Well, obviously the schools are going to have to be keeping a lookout on this weather coming in this week,
yes.
See if any practices are getting rained out, any games getting rained out. But we're going to cover some stuff that did manage to get in on what was quite a nice day yesterday.
All right.
With Easter break finishing up this weekend for the area high schools, another sport is drawing towards a close for the season, as many of the Big East Golf Championship has gotten underway yesterday. It was located at the Happy Valley Golf Course in Wilson, and we are going to get to those results just a little bit later. But first, we're going to hit a team that looks like it's starting to hit a bit of a hot streak. The Carolina Mudcats started their series at home against the Chattanooga Lookouts, a Los Angeles Dodgers farm team, on Saturday with an 8-5 loss. The Lookouts picked up 4 in the third, including Jesse Meyer singling in Alfredo Silverio and another 3 in the eighth. Chris McMurray doubled home Jake Caholalio as part of a 4-run comeback in the ninth that fell just a bit short. Nate Eovoldly notched his first win of the season for Chattanooga after allowing just 1 run in 5 innings, while Darrell Thompson fell to 0-2 after giving up 5 runs and a pair of home runs in 4 innings. Things began to turn around for the Mudcats in Game 2. Carolina increased its 1-0 lead to 3 in the 6th inning when Scott Van Slyke threw wide to first base on a grounder by Kyle Day to score a pair. But Van Slyke atoned in the 7th with a game-tying 2-run home run off Donnie Joseph. Then with 2 outs in the 9th, tied 3-3, Carolina right fielder Felix Perez homered to right for the walk-off winner off Josh Lindblom, giving Carolina its 4th win of the season. Jose Arredondo, on a rehab assignment with the Reds, picked up the win in relief after pitching a scoreless 9th. And on Monday, the Mudcats looked to build a winning streak for the first time this season and got a big boost from Cody Puckett. After falling behind 3-0 in the top of the 4th, the Mudcats responded quickly in the bottom frame as Mike Costanzo doubled home a run, followed by Puckett driving in Costanzo and himself with a 2-run shot. The Lookouts added 1 in the 5th, but another 2-run blast by Puckett in the bottom of the inning put Carolina up 5-4 and gave them the lead for good. Costanzo singled in Miguel Rojas for an insurance run in the 7th for the 6-4 final. It was Puckett's second 2-home-run game of the season. James Avery picked up his first win of the year, going 6 innings and giving up 4 runs. Michael Antonini fell to 2-2 for Chattanooga after giving up the 5 runs in 6 innings. Jeff Jeffords, Brad Boxberger, and Nick Christiani combined for 3 innings of shutout ball for the Carolina bullpen, with Boxberger striking out the side in the 8th. With the win, the Mudcats are now 5-13, with Dallas Buck taking the hill tonight at 7:15 p.m. against Chris Withrow in Game 4 of the series. And finally, we have some Big East golf tournament scores to pass along. Wilson Fike took the team championship Monday with a total score of 314. Rocky Mount took second with a 341, and Southern Nash finished third, shooting a 370. So congratulations to those teams. And Marie, the regionals for the 3A Golf Championship will actually be held next Monday at Foxfire Country Club, and that's actually really close to the famed Pinehurst Country Club, right beside each other. So a chance for some of the local golf kids from around here, to, if they made it, to go check that out, and I'm sure it'll be a very cool time.
All right, well, good. Well, thank you so much, Edward.
Thanks, Marie.
That's going to do it for us here today on NewsBreak. Join us Thursday as we continue to bring you news that's impacting our community. For WHID TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.